What is up, YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles. Today, we are still climbing the ladder with this Empoleon team with Empoleon, Charizard, Sylveon, Landis variant, Zapdos, and Tapu Bulu. If you haven't already checked out the last episode, I highly recommend checking it out. But anyway, let us go and get into it. So if you haven't checked out the last episode, again, go check it out. But we did get 3 wins, so we're 5-1 currently on the series. And let's see if we can pick up some more wins potentially. Maybe some more wins. That would be very nice. But we'll see here. We'll definitely see if we have the skill. We are getting higher and higher as we find a 1492 rated player from Ohio to kick things off with the team of Talonflame, Weavile, Charizard, Aerodactyl, Tapu Koko, and Ninetales. This is a really scary team because it's very fast paced. Very fast paced. Aurora Veil, it looks like. Ooh. Okay, so Aerodactyl is such a threat. It really is. Aerodactyl is really such a threat. I think I want to lead Empoleon Zapdos, because I'm feeling like my opponent might lead Aerodactyl here. Aerodactyl would be scary. That means I don't bring Charizard. Charizard's really good in this matchup if I get rid of Aerodactyl. Like, it literally can destroy my opponent if I get rid of Aerodactyl. So, I want Grassy Terrain too. Maybe I should forego Tailwind. But Zapdos is also good in this matchup. You know what? I think I had to forego Zapdos. I think Charizard X is just so valuable. Because once I get rid of Aerodactyl, like, Charizard X can really pull through. Speaking of Charizards, I don't know if that's Charizard X or Charizard Y. Both are very viable. With Auroraville, I kind of would expect Charizard X because it makes more sense. Which means Zapdos wouldn't be too helpful, actually, in this matchup. So I think it's fine. I'm going to have Tapu Bulu and Charizard X in the back. We'll see how this goes. Could be very, very scary here. But, yeah. And I still can't get enough of this trainer theme. Let me know what you people think of this trainer theme, because this is the one we're going to be using at VGC events, like regionals, internationals. I really like it, to be honest. Like, I felt like the original Sun and Moon trainer battle theme wasn't that great. It didn't fit a trainer theme, like a trainer battle theme. Like, this one doesn't really fit a battle theme either, to be honest. But it's just so upbeat. I like it. I really like the way they handled this. So we're going to see Ninetales plus the Aerodactyl here, which is okay for me because I could probably knock out Aerodactyl on a trade of probably an Aurora Veil being set up, but I think getting Aurora Veil up would be fine. Let's see here. Flash Cannon and Scald does more. They do the same. So Scald is always my play here. Into the Aerodactyl. Also, my opponent doesn't have switch out for Scald, and I'll just protect here in case he decides to Blizzard here. So Landis is going to protect here. No protects from my opponent, looks like. Hopefully it's just a Tailwind. It's Scarf Ninetales. Okay. Empoleon. Look at that damage. 4 times resist. Rock Slide. Oh, please no. Not like this. Please don't flinch. Please, 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 please. Nice. Okay. Nice. We get Scald off. And that being Scarf Ninetales means it's no Focus Sash. That's Focus Sash on Aerodactyl, looks like. Yep. But the Hail's going to bring it down, so I don't mind that at all. So, Aerodactyl going to be going down to the Hail, which is really solid here because the fact that I'm able to knock out the Aerodactyl is huge. I'm guessing Tapu Koko is going to be coming in, which is definitely a problem. However, yeah, Tapu Koko is going to come in. I guess this could be scary. I don't want to sack Landers because Landers can do a lot of work here. Electric Seed. Okay, that's a lot easier to handle than, in my opinion. Okay, I'll take that. So I can Flash Cannon the Ninetales, and I don't really have to worry. Like, Tapu Blu's going to take a lot from Blizzard, but I don't really have... I don't really need Tapu Blue. Like, Tapu Blue was only here for the Tapu Koko, to be honest. I just need a Grassy Terrain for this Tapu Koko. This is going to weaken the power of my Earthquake later in the game, but I feel like that's fine. If I can get rid of Ninetales, I'll gladly take that trade. So Blizzard's going to come out. No freeze on the Empoleon. I don't care if he frees my Tapu Bulu. Okay, nice. Thunderbolt's going to come out, which... It's Electric Seed, so it shouldn't do too much. Yeah. Empoleon, the champion. As we get the Ice Beam off into the Ninetales, which does pick up the knockout there. So Ninetales is going to go down there. And, yeah, that's an easy knockout. as Tapu Koko and Tapu Bulu. I, I don't know, it feels weird how fast these animations are. Like, I use the animation times for like the long ones to think about what I want to do next, and I wish it's like they're giving us less time to think in between moves, because now we have a 5-minute timer. We have these animations that are moving faster, so you can't even think in between them. Like, I just really don't like that, to be honest. Charizard's gonna come out. If I get one Icy Wind, I think I'm good for the game, so I think I want to trade both of these. Yeah, I definitely want to trade both of these. Let's see here. Because is this Charizard X? Maybe my opponent doesn't even have the Keystone either. That's also potential. No, Charizard Y. Okay. So we'll see what my opponent decides to do here. I'm pretty sure it's just Heat Wave Thunderbolt. Maybe my opponent doesn't have Heat Wave, which could affect this game. This is definitely not over yet because Charizard plus Tapu Koko is definitely threatening, but I don't need this Pokemon at all to win the game. Gleam, okay. Surprising to choose Gleam here. Heat Wave does connect. Can Empoleon take it? Nah, unfortunately. Okay. So that's actually a bit scary here, not gonna lie. However, like Charizard's still looking very solid here. So I'll bring out my Landers here. And I'll bring out my Charizard. So Charizard X can do a lot of work. Really just depends on what kind of sets these are. If I remember correctly, Charizard Y, if it's no invested bulk, I should be able to knock it out with a Dragon Claw at +1. So I think the best play is to protect Landers and Dragon Dance up. I feel like that would be the best play. The reason I think this is the best play is because even if that's bulky Charizard, like that means my Landers should be able to outspeed his Charizard, and then I can Tectonic Rage to Tapu Koko for a knockout, which I'd be glad to trade for. So Landers protects here. As what is that Tapu Koko going to do? Charizard actually protects. Oh, that's beautiful. Unless you have like some kind of trick up your sleeve. Just Gleam. Okay, that's fine. I'll gladly take that. As Dazzling Gleam is going to come out, target down both my Pokemon as I am able to get a Dragon Dance up. And this Grassy Terrain really putting in the work for me because this Charizard is healing consecutively. Like, I think it's made a lot of calcs different. Now we can just Dragon Claw and Tectonic Rage. I don't care if Dragon Claw doesn't pick up the knockout onto Charizard if you're a bulky one, because that means Lander should be able to outspeed the Tapu Koko and pick up the knockout with Tectonic Rage. And then Charizard can beat the other Charizard 1v1. So Dragon Claw going to be able to pick up the knockout on Charizard. So that should be a good game unless you reveal an HP Ice here. But it's going to be a Dazzling Gleam once again. And yeah, this Tectonic Rage will finish off this Landers and pick up the win for us in the first game. So definitely could have been scary. I feel like even if it's Life Orb couldn't do anything, I think the only thing that could have maybe potentially be scary was Tailwind on Charizard. Like maybe my opponent had Tailwind. Or maybe Taunt with Tapu Koko because if you expected Dragon Dance. But you're not sure if I'm Charizard X or Charizard Y, to be honest. So you can't really confirm that. As I am able to pick up the knockout on Tapu Koko. And that would be a good game to my opponent. So we do pick up a win in today's third episode. I was just about, but we do pick it up for the first battle of the day. I was gonna say first episode, but then realized this isn't the first episode. We already had our first episode, but yeah. Let us see if we can pick up some more wins, shall we? Because this Empoleon team, really fun. It is really fun. And I think I forgot to mention this, but if you want to try out the Empoleon team, I do have a paste bin down below. So if you people want to try out the Empoleon team and see how bulky Empoleon is for yourself, go check it out. It's not a QR code. A paste bin for Showdown is down below. But anyway, let's move to the next game. And I'm trying to use I'm just trying to switch up like the themes, but like I know everyone hasn't finished Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so most people won't listen to all the themes yet. So I'm trying to avoid using the themes until like maybe in a few days where I'll switch themes. And then maybe once I get bored of the themes, because there are a lot of soundtracks that are actually very similar to regular Sun and Moon, I'll probably just switch it up to my own music, to be honest. But you know, that's for the future, and that's future me to decide. But yeah, and of course, if you haven't been following my Twitch channel, I highly recommend doing so, because tomorrow I will be streaming once again. It's Wednesday. Actually, I probably will be doing I don't know if I'll be streaming VGC 18 though. I might be streaming Pokémon. So who knows? Since I'll be home for New York tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and I'll be there for Thanksgiving. So yeah, let us see if we can pick up another battle though, but it doesn't look like it right now. So I think I'm gonna cut it here toward the next battle. I guess I didn't really do an analysis on that battle. I guess it was great for me. Like turn one basically went perfectly because the Ninetales revealed its information with its choice scarf. Then the Aerodactyl went for Rockslide, and luckily I didn't get flinched. Was able to get a Scald off, which procced the Focus Sash on the Aerodactyl. Was able to pick up the knockout onto the Aerodactyl that way. So that really did help. Like being able to pick up that knockout onto the Aerodactyl turn one, which was probably the biggest threat to my team, to be honest, because Rockslide was annoying. Tailwind would have been really hard to maneuver over. Well, I guess in the first few turns it wouldn't really matter because he was going to be faster than me anyway by the time Tailwind cleared it out. But definitely the threat of Rockslide was super scary, and potential Ice Fang, I guess. But being able to knock out Aerodactyl just kind of paved the way for my Charizard, especially since my opponent wasn't Charizard X. Maybe carry, I guess maybe. Because I don't know what my opponents do. We're kind of like in the lower layers, so there are a lot more, moves and strategies I guess you kind of see that are kind of uncommon in high level play. But there's definitely the potential of maybe a Dragon Ball Charizard Y. That's definitely potential. I should know I've used it in game before, and I actually have faced it at events before. Not in VGC 18, but in previous events. I think it was 14 when I was a senior, and I think I did play one in VGC 15. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it here. But yeah, luckily Electric Sea was also really crucial there because of the fact that it means I didn't have Gigavolt Havoc, which means I didn't have to worry about a Z move. Well, we didn't see a Z move from my opponent's team, did we? Huh. Now that I think about it, we didn't see a Z move from my opponent's team, and also the fact that, let's see, we didn't see a Z move. Was able to knock on Ninetales. Luckily, no freezes either. And then I sacked my Pokemon at the right time to bring up my Charizard X that wins the game. Yeah, that was basically what I did, and I think it worked out there. Well, it did because I won the game, but I think was probably like what I was pretty much signing up for, getting Charizard X in a good position to potentially take over and win the game. So that was basically the game plan I was going for, and it did work out. But anyway, now we're gonna cut it to the next battle. See you all in a second. Alright, we have our second opponent of the day, 1498 rated player from France, with the team of Landers Farron, Heatran, Tapu Koko, Mimikyu, Milotic, and Kangaskhan. It took so long to find the game. But we got a team. It looks pretty interesting. Milotic, I cannot wait to use again because of the fact it gets Icy Wind now. And Icy Wind, I loved Icy Wind Milotic back in 2015. It was just fun to play with. We got a Kangaskhan. We'll see if this one Mega Evolves this time. We have the Mimikyu, Tapu Koko, and then we have like standard Pokemon, Tapu Koko, Landis Farron, and Heatran. So, how do I want to handle this? What's problem is my Milotic makes it really difficult for my Empoleon. It does look like Tapu Bulu can put in a lot of work though against my opponent's team, which is something definitely to consider here. Tailwind is also a note. Like, I can easily set up Tailwind against my opponent, it looks like. Like, my opponent doesn't really have a way to stop it. Sylveon can also bust through with Hyper Voice. I just realized, like, Sylveon's actually a really solid pick here. There are a lot of things I could do. I think I want to go Charizard here. I think Charizard's fine. Really, Charizard and Empoleon. There's so many things I want to do. I think I want to go Charizard and Empoleon though. I have Landis and Tapu Bulu in the back. I don't want to lead Tapu Bulu into like Kangaskhan Heatran, which would be pretty bad. And I feel like if I lead Empoleon plus Charizard, I can at least switch out if the momentum isn't great enough for me to set up. It's just so scary, man. It's just so scary. Like, what do I do? Because this team's really scary to face. It really is. Let's see. It's going to be Tapu Koko Milotic. Okay. Tapu Bulu would have been such a good lead here, but I didn't lead it because I'm not a man enough. But that's fine because I'm going to be able to get a Dragon Dance up, it looks like. Of course, Icy Wind is a factor for Milotic. However, I could probably just switch into Tapu Bulu for free and go for a Dragon Dance here. I'm pretty sure my opponent might Icy Wind here. But getting those attack stages would be important for this game. Tapu Bulu is just such a safe play here, to be honest. Volt Switch could come out, which would be I guess Volt Switch would be annoying because if my opponent gets in Heat Shen, that's kind of problematic. But the point is, I need basically one, I need to get rid of this Electric Terrain. Two, I want Tapu Bulu in because I really need to get rid of my Milotic. Once I get rid of my Milotic, I can spam Intimidate with Landorus. So, or not spam Intimidate, but basically I can go for Intimidates without having to worry about any like strong Icy Wind coming up from that Milotic and losing my Landorus on the switch in. So let's see here what my opponent's going to do. So I am going to go in the Tapu Bulu here, which is going to be able to set up this grassy terrain here. And man, I love like the slight changes. Like I love the bottom screen. Like if you haven't seen the bottom screen, I just love it. Like it just looks good. I don't know. It just looks good to me. And I don't know, it looks a bit cleaner. Like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon do look a bit cleaner than the originals. Maybe that's just me. My Milotic's gonna protect. Maybe fearing a Solar Beam potentially. Okay. Or a Discharge. Okay. Don't para me, 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 don't para me. Nice. Okay, nice, nice. We get the Dragon Dance up, which is pretty crucial here. And to be honest, I do want to set up another Dragon Dance. The reason I want to set up another Dragon Dance is because of the fact that Heatran could come in on the Tapu Koko slot. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter in that case because even if Heatran comes out, like, sure, I give it probably Flash Fire, but that means I get the KO on my Milotic, so I think I'm actually fine with that trade. So I'll go for the KO on my Milotic here. As my Milotic's going to switch out, maybe that's Heatran from there? Just Landorus, okay. So that's fine because I get a Wood Hammer off into Landorus, and I get a Fire Punch in the Tapu Koko. Both are doing significant damage, so Fire Punch is going to come out. I'm pretty sure my opponent's going to go for Discharge, and then that means a para again. So Fire Punch just still does a lot, to be honest. And it doesn't look like my opponent has the best way to handle Tapu Bulu at this moment. So, and we're not getting para'd. Wow. Discharge getting 30% chance to para. Doesn't get the para. And yeah, this is looking really, really solid here as... It's just looking really solid because I can Dragon Claw now the Landorus and Horn Leech the Tapu Koko. Or I could just Dragon Claw here. I think I could actually sub up. Sub isn't a bad play here. I think sub is the correct play. Because if Charizard doesn't get parried, I can still Fire Punch the following turn. And he protect. Let's go. That's best. That's basically the best turn I could have asked for. Because even if it was Scarf Landers, my Charizard does outspeed Adamant Landers by 1 point. It has to be Jolly Scarf to outspeed me. And even if you're Jolly Scarf, you shouldn't be able to pick up the knockout unless you have maybe Stone Edge, I guess. But yeah, look at that sub. That is beautiful. This is looking really good for me. As I will be able to get a bit of healing with this grassy terrain. Don't have to worry about Intimidate from Landers anymore. So Charizard's free to basically keep his attack stat or just do more damage, to be honest. Or even set up again. Kangaskhan is going to be coming out here. And I don't have to worry about Power Punch in this game, right? I don't have to worry about Power Punch in this game. I can just go for a double protect. Because I don't have to worry about side Power Punch. It looks like my opponent does have a Mega Kangaskhan. And is this the first time we've seen Mega Kangaskhan in this series so far? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. We've seen normal Kangaskhan. Protect coming out from Charizard here, as well as the Protect from the Heatran. Let us see. Do you have... What do you do? Do you have like a Tech or something? Fake Out's going to go into Charizard, and I'm guessing Dazzling Gleam? Oh, just Thunderbolt. Into this Tapu Bulu substitute. Okay. And I'm not really worried about the Kangaskhan at this point. I think I can just fire... I could double up the Kangaskhan. I'm not really worried about Tapu Koko at this point. Yeah, I'm not really worried about Tapu Koko. I'll go for Dragon Claw and Horn Leech. To be honest, Tapu Koko might decide to protect again, but doesn't. Okay, good play. As I will be able to get a Dragon Claw off. Significant damage as Gleam is going to come out. Does that make my sub? That can make this game annoying if it does break my sub. It does break my sub. Okay, Double Edge. No, return. Into Charizard, okay. I did a lot of damage. I know it's return. I guess I should I keep forgetting that like Kangaskhan isn't fully nerfed because of the first hit still doing a lot of damage. And I don't pick up the knockout on Kangaskhan, but I'm actually fine with that because now I can get on my Landers and probably just click Earthquake, to be honest, because Earthquake will knock out Tapu Koko and the Kangaskhan. I guess I should worry about Ice Punch potentially. Oh, Grassy Terrain disappears. That's nice. I can go out into my Landers here. I think I do just want to protect Earthquake, though. If he does have Ice Punch, that's a problem. I think I want to protect my Islanders here, and I think I'm going to go for Horn Leech into Kangaskhan. Actually, that's a safe play because I don't think Kangaskhan at -1 should be able to knock out Tapu Bulu with Return, which is just as strong as Ice Punch because of the super effective no stab. So Horn Leech should be able to knock out Kangaskhan, catches my Milotic on a potential switch in, and Kangaskhan's don't usually carry Protect as much. So because they usually run Fake Out, normal type move, low kick, they're pretty much forced to run low kick, Sucker Punch. We might see like some kind of variance with Ice Punch now. Who knows? We might see some tech moves, but no protects here from my opponent. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. It's going to be the Dazzling Gleam coming out from the what is it? The Tapu Koko and the Return into Landers. I don't know why my mind kind of blanked out right there. So I'm going to be able to get a Horn Leech into that Kangaskhan, which will be able to pick up the knockout here. And now I think I know what my game plan is. Because now, basically, now that I knocked out Kangaskhan, my opponent cannot switch. I can go out into my... I can go out on my Empoleon. If this is Scarf Milotic, I guess that's a problem. Have we seen its item? No, we haven't. If it's Scarf Milotic, that's actually really bad. Oh, if it's Scarf Milotic, I have to hope for a double protect, I think. So I'm going to Tectonic Rage here, and I'm going to switch out into my Empoleon. Tectonic Rage knocks out the Tapu Koko at -1. My game plan is basically to potentially get an Icy Wind on a Milotic, protect my Tapu Bulu the following turn, as Landers is probably going down here, and then I can win the game 100% safely. Doesn't look like it's Scarf Milotic unless it's Modest Scarf. Okay, it's not Scarf Milotic. That could have been a threat, but luckily not Scarf Milotic. I guess maybe the end game I planned for didn't cover Scarf Milotic. Yeah, it didn't cover Scarf Milotic. Maybe I could have Horn Leashed the Tapu Koko, so the one really big threat to my Empoleon was out of the way, and then I could have Icy Wind because that might have been able to knock out the Kangaskhan at the range it was at, and you know I could have slowed down the Milotic twice there. So that might have been the better play. I don't know for sure, as Ice Beam is going to come out, target down my Empoleon slot. Okay. Which is fine, because, again, I'm going for Rock Slide plus Icy Wind. Actually, I should just protect an Icy Wind, to be honest. Yep, I should always protect an Icy Wind here. Just gotta slow down this Milotic so my Tapu Bulu can guarantee outspeed it. Because it's not confirmed, because if this is still, like, near max, like, if it's still, like, a Milotic that can... I don't know. Maybe max speed Milotic. It will underspeed max speed Landers. Maybe outspeed Tapu Bulu. Who knows? I'm definitely Icy Winding here first, though. 100% going for Icy Wind here because it is the... It's basically the play that doesn't lose me the game, but the match is just going to be forfeited. Okay. As we're going to be able to pick up a win again. And nice. Nice. So we're going to be able to pick up a win there. And I'm debating about whether I should go for another one. It is, I believe, let's see, it was like 13 minutes for the first part. Then I had to take a time lag. 11 minutes, so it was like 24 minutes. You know what? I just want to keep it around 30 usually, but I think I'll go for one more. I'll go for one more, why not? But basically, yeah, that game was kind of scary. It really was. Like, the Pokemon were definitely scary, especially like... This team really doesn't like facing Milotic or Braviary. Like those, or Bisharp. Or Bisharp. Well, Bisharp's probably the easiest one to deal with because Charizard can handle that. But if it's like Milotic, it outspeeds my Tapu Bulu, even with like 4 speed investment, to be honest. And if it's Braviary, it comes down to how fast it is, but I don't have anything that can really outspeed and pick up the knockout. I do have Landers, can't pick up the knockout though with Rock Slide. I do have Zapdos. It shouldn't be able to outspeed like Braviary with decent speed investment. So yeah, that's a problem with this team. It is kind of slow. It does have like a few flaws, obviously, and yeah, it's also really weak to Scarf Mons. It really is. As we find Jack from the United States, California, 15, 17. Kangaskhan, Landers Fairy, Aegislash, Tapu Fini, Zapdos, and Muk. So what do I think here? I think it might be... Usually, I would assume Misty Seed on the Zapdos, Ghostium on the Aegislash. Maybe it's an Assault Vest or Scarf on the Landers. That's basically what I'm looking at right now. Zapdos is really good in this game. Like, it really is good. Tapu Bulu can also do a lot of work, I feel like. Landers can also do a lot of work for sure. I don't think Empoleon's coming in this game, unfortunately. I don't see much of a reason to bring Empoleon. I feel like the 4 I would bring would be Zapdos, Tapu Bulu, Landers, Charizard. In that order. The reason I'm leading Zapdos Tapu Bulu is because if my opponent leads like Tapu Fini plus Zapdos to get the Misty Seed boost so you can set Tailwind safely. Because maybe you think I'm Charizard Y, who knows. But if my opponent does expect Charizard Y, I would probably just lead Zapdos Fini. I could see Zapdos Kangaskhan as well, I guess. That's also a potential lead. And yeah, I just want to lead Zapdos plus my Tapu Bulu because it covers the Fini. I get Grassy Terrain up immediately, which could help against my opponent. We'll see here, though. Like, there are definitely some interesting plays my opponent can do. The Zapdos can definitely take a Ghost Team Z. Or at least it should be able to. I'm like calm. I'm a calm Zapdos with a lot of special defense investments. So we'll see here. I'm trying to think. I really love this song. I'm sorry. I just really love this song. So let's see what my opponent has here. Kangaskhan Zapdos. Yeah, okay. That's a fair lead. I feel like I did play some. Oh yeah, I remember. It was like the last episode of my Battle Spot Double Series for Pokemon Sun and Moon. My opponent went straight for the return plus a Heat Wave that was able to knock out my Tapu Bulu. I don't want that happening, but at the same time, there's fake up potential coming out. I think I want to Tailwind first. And I'm going to switch hard into Landers. I want to go hard into Landers because it should be able to take a Heat Wave plus Double Edge. At least I think it would be able to. And this also covers if my opponent goes for Fake Out Tailwind because I get Intimidate off, which would be really good against my opponent's team. So I feel like this is the best play possible, but who knows. I also want to keep Tapu Bulu's Grassy Terrain in case my opponent has tries to set Misty Terrain later, because I do have Toxic on my Zapdos. Toxic on Zapdos can do a lot of work in this matchup because I can wear down that Misty Seed Zapdos, which is going to be a pain to deal with, as well as the Kangaskhan. As Kangaskhan's going to withdraw here into Muck. Oh, great. I get that double. Nice. Nice. So I'm going to be able to get in my Landers here, which is going to get Intimidated on the Muck, which is a huge Intimidate. And I don't really mind if I get knocked off, to be honest. I'm not really worried about Muck. Muck's in a position where it doesn't really matter to me what it does, as I do get Tailwind up. And my opponent also gets Tailwind. And also to note, that's a slow Zapdos, which makes sense. It's Misty Seed, most likely. So, great. I get a Toxic off into the Zapdos, and it has to be Pressure Zapdos. Static isn't legal. I could U-turn. I could Protect here. I think I just want to Protect here. I want to scout for the HP Ice. I could get Charizard in, which would be really nice here, but I don't feel like I want to switch it in recklessly. Although maybe U-turn was the immediate good play, but it looks like my opponent not going to be switching out. Maybe protecting the Muck here and HP Icing. Nope. As Toxic is going to come out into that Zapdos. So that Zapdos is going to be put on a timer. Nice. And Power is going to come out from that Zapdos into my Landers, and we're going to see Curse coming out. So it's going to be a neutral stage of attack. I don't mind because Tectonic Rage will still be able to knock out Muck at -1. And now at this point, I think I want to target down. I would assume if he brought Zapdos, he'd bring Fini, but that might not be the case here. I think he might have brought Aegislash. I do want a Thunderbolt. I really want to weaken. I want to weaken a lot of things on this team. I want to weaken. I want to weaken the Zapdos for my Landorus for Rock Slide. I think I could just U-turn and Thunderbolt here. Muck might protect here. I don't want Tectonic Rage. Even though like I'm fine trading my Landorus for Muck, I don't feel like it's the play here. So I'm going to U-turn into the Zapdos, which actually does a good amount. It actually did a good amount. So I'm going to withdraw my Landorus here. I think I'm going to go into Charizard. If my opponent Thunderbolts into Landorus, good play. Because it's probably unlikely I would stay in for an HP Ice, but who knows. As I do get a Thunderbolt off into the Zapdos. This should do some decent damage here. Yep. And Power. Yep, that's fine. Into the Charizard. And a knockoff is going to come out into Charizard slot as well. That did a bit more than I was expecting. However, I'm still in a good position here because now I can just Fire Punch the Zapdos. And I could try to weaken the Muck. Yeah, I think that's fine. I can just Thunderbolt the Muck and Fire Punch the Zapdos. So, yeah, I am gonna go for Fire Punch and try to weaken the Muck for Tectonic Rage if it decides to curse up again. So I do not mind this play. It also covers switches. Fire Punch is going to come out. I also get Grassy Terrain Boost if I need it. Fire Punch is going to be able to knock out Zapdos. And Thunderbolt's going to go out into Muck. However, did I have a reason to keep Charizard? Maybe I should have looked at what my opponent potentially had. Poison Jab's going to come out. Okay. I'm pretty sure what my opponent did was HP Ice and Poison Jab into that slot because it covers the lander switching as well. So, yeah. Good play. Tailwind does peter out though, which is really crucial. And it comes down to what my opponent has. Okay, Kangaskhan's going to come out. I will 100% weaken you. Grassy Terrain is also going to end. Yeah, next turn. Well, this turn, nice. So I'm going to be able to Tailwind up here and Fire Punch. If he fakes out Zapdos, I get a lot of damage on the Kangaskhan. Yeah, I'm Fire Punching just in case I get the burn. The 5% really doesn't matter here, in my opinion. And if he decides to attack Charizard, I get a free switch in the Landers. No matter what, like, I benefit here no matter what. So, we're going to see the Kangaskhan Mega Evolve here. And fake out the Zapdos. Yep, okay, that's fine. Although, maybe it's a Poison Jab or knockoff into the Zapdos slot here. Okay. Poison Jab into... Yeah, okay. No knockoff, which is surprising. I'm going to get my Citrus Berry, though, so I should be able to live a Double Edge at -1 now. So that's really nice here. However, Double Edge is still going to hurt, which is a problem. I also don't know if this has Ice Punch on the Kangaskhan, which is like the one question I'm really asking, does my opponent potentially have here? So... I don't want to lose Zapdos, because if I lose Zapdos, I don't get the Tailwind up, which could be really bad for me. At the same time, I could potentially just Dragon Claw the Kangaskhan, and then I'm in a position where I have Tapu Bulu and Landers out, which is actually not bad for me at all. Is that worth a trade, though? If he has Landers in the back, I do pretty well against that. If it's Aegislash, I don't like if it's Aegislash, though, because he can stall me out with Wide Guard. I'm going to Tailwind here, and I'm going to switch out into Landers. I'm worried if he Ice Punches into Charizard if he expects it. Or return knockoff that slot. But basically, I'm going to be able to get Intimidate no matter what. So at least something's going to be coming out of this turn. Good for me. And we'll see what my opponent does here. It's going to be Sucker Punch actually into Charizard. Probably a slow Kangaskhan then, I would imagine. But that's nice for me, as I will be able to get my Tailwind up. And the Poison Jab's going to come out into the Zapdos slot. And that's -1 now. Gets the poison, a bit unfortunate, but not really too bad for me. Because now I'm going to be able to Thunderbolt Earthquake. I'll live Sucker Punch from that Kangaskhan at -1. Thunderbolt plus Earthquake should be able to knock out the Kangaskhan. I don't care if he switches on the Landers, which would be a good play, but I don't really care because I could Tectonic Rage. I could Tectonic Rage the Muck slot next turn. And there's no switch out, nice. So I'm going to be able to get an Earthquake off, and this is going to do huge damage. I'm pretty sure Aegislash would be in the back then. Like, I have to imagine Aegislash in the back there. And that Earthquake does so much damage. Gonna be able to proc the Berry on the Muck. And it's not the Recycle Muck, so I don't have to worry about Muck recovering too much. As Thunderbolt gonna go out into the Kangaskhan. Gonna be able to pick up the Knockout. Nice. And let's see what the last Pokemon's gonna be. Oh, it is Recycle. Oh, he's Curse Recycle. Knock off Poison Jab. He doesn't have Protect. Okay, that makes this game a lot easier to deal with then. Aegislash is my opponent's last Pokemon. I do not mind that. I still have Charizard X and I have Tapu Bulu. So I need to get rid of that Aegislash. Actually, what I'll do is just Roost. Roost is a safe play because I get recovery, and I'll Tectonic Rage the Muck here because Aegislash has to go for a Z move if it wants to knock out Landers. If it knocks out Landers, that's fine. I get a free switch into Zard as Wide Guard's going to come out. Okay. I went for Tectonic Rage and I got a free Roost. I'll take it. So I'll be able to go for Tectonic Rage here. It will be able to knock out Muck, and then my Zapdos will be able to heal off, then go for Thunderbolt. I can go for Thunderbolt Earthquake. And my opponent keeps going for Wide Guard. That's fine, because one Zapdos can keep roosting or spamming Thunderbolts and getting damage off of an Aegislash. And eventually this Aegislash is going to go down. And I still have Charizard X in the back, which can at least fire off one Fire Punch before this game's over. Oh, that's a wide guard glitch. No. So if you don't know, what happened is wide guard actually I think is glitched right now, where Z moves actually do 25%. Ah, that's so dumb. I forgot about that. Okay. That's so dumb. I forgot about that. So wide guard currently has a glitch. I think that is a glitch. I don't think it was intentional at all. So I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Aegislash and I think I'm gonna Earthquake. Yeah, I'm just gonna Earthquake. If he wants to keep spamming wide guard, that's fine. Eventually, I'm gonna get Zard X in, or eventually he's gonna. This is so weird. Okay, he doesn't wide guard here. Nice. So I'm just gonna be at Earthquake, which, yeah. So I Earthquake here, which is gonna do a lot of damage to this Aegislash and the Muck. I'm hoping Thunderbolt actually picks up the knockout because it might not. The Berry is gonna proc with the Muck. And Thunderbolt is going to be able to target down this Aegislash. If it doesn't pick up the knockout, it might be a bad... Ah, that's bad. Ghost him. Yep. That's bad. Oh, stupid wide guard glitch. I don't think it's actually intentional. I totally forgot about it, though. Totally forgot about it. So Never Ending Nightmare is going to come out into the Landers, which is definitely going to pick up the knockout. The question is, does Muck pick up the knockout into Zapdos? And will I be able to survive the poison damage? I don't think I can. We'll see. Oh, he cursed up again. Okay, that's better for me. That is better for me. Because I can still crit. Okay, yeah, Zapdos would have lived. Do I go on the Tapu Bulu now, or do I go into, I want to go on the Tapu Bulu, but I give Muck recovery. But no matter what, I'm going to have to get Tapu Bulu in at some point, so I guess I'll just go on the Tapu Bulu. I forgot about the wide guard glitch. I'm 100% sure that's a glitch. I forgot. I saw it on Twitter, too. Okay. So I'm actually going to Roost here, and I'm going to Horn Leech, because I do expect Aegislash to actually attack here. I don't see a reason why you would protect here. I'm just going to attack the Aegislash, and I'm going to Roost, because I'll be able to survive any attack against Muck then. Yeah, so if, again, people don't know, Wide Guard, it protects you and your allies from Z moves now, apparently, for, it will... Basically, a Z move will basically do as much as it would to protect on both your sides. I don't think that's intentional. I really don't. I feel like it's like that parting shot. It's not like that parting shot glitch. This is way different, but I don't feel like that was intentional. It doesn't really make much sense in my opinion. I don't know. I'm waiting for an official statement on that. I really want to know if it does. Horn Leech into the Aegislash and Recycle. Okay. That's fine. Because Zapdos gets a bit of healing too. I'm going to have to go with a crit, specifically with Charizard, it looks like, in order to win this game. Or maybe a para into full para. Or maybe I can rely on timer, because the timer is actually really clicking down for my opponents. So, Woodhammer. I could have also subbed, I guess. Ah, I should have subbed. Goes for the double. Okay. Get a Thunderbolt off. I should have subbed. Yeah, that was a dumb play. I should have subbed. Because I would have stalled out. I would be stalling out this Muck. Yeah, that was dumb play from me. Poison Jab. The curse. Okay, I don't agree with these because you already have enough curses where I think it really matters. Unless you're trying to knock out Zapdos, but I don't think that's necessary because right now I think what you should be doing is trying to pick up the knockouts. Like Tapu Bulu and Charizard so you don't get crit potentially. I don't know, but my opponent is doing something. But I wouldn't risk that, at least now in the game. So I'm going to sub here. I'm pretty sure my opponent's just going to go for Recycle anyway. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt. That's a crit? No, that's not a crit. That's just damage. Okay. And what, this Muck is at +3, +4? I don't remember. As I'm going to sub here. Because if he decides to target Tapu Bulu now, it's a bit late for him. And yeah, he's just going to Recycle. Also stalls out the poison, I guess. I don't want to play this long game because I was actually supposed to start streaming like 10 minutes ago. A Thunderbolt and Woodhammer. Actually, I should have Roost. I think Roost was a better play. Oh well. Well, I'm going to keep attacking until he doesn't have a berry anyway. So let's see how much his Woodhammer does. I'm hoping it's a good amount. Probably not. That actually did more than I expected, to be honest. Oh, it did have a berry still. Okay. I'm going to need a crit with Charizard to win this game. He keeps cursing up. Like, I'm getting these chances to get Paras, which could really screw him over. So I'll take this. And I'm pretty sure Zapdos would go down to Poison plus a, what is it now, +3 Woodhammer? +3 Poison Jab? After Poison, so yeah. I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt, and I'm gonna go for Woodhammer. Or is he trying to stall out my Your Timer? Which I don't think is the optimal play. Thunderbolt into the Muck. Woodhammer. Again, I can keep crit. I have good chances to crit. Eventually, I'll crit. Well, it's me. I'm not gonna crit, am I? Poison Jab into Zapdos. Yeah, I guess what I should have done, because I completely forgot about the wide guard glitch. Because I didn't think it would actually matter right now, but apparently it does in this game. Fire Punch crit should still be able to knock out Muck. So I'm going for a Fire Punch crit or a burn anyway. So I'm just gonna Woodhammer and Fire Punch. I'm hopefully gonna get a crit with one of these. Okay, Tapu Bulu, can you get a crit? Nope. Like, I went for how many moves and I still haven't gotten a crit, really? Poison Jab into the Charizard. And basically, I have one last chance to crit this Muck or it's game over. I'm not even sure if a crit will be... I think a crit will knock out Muck. To be honest with how much Woodhammer has been doing. I can also stall out Your Timer, I guess, because I can protect Sub, Horn Leech, etc. Let's see. Nope, doesn't crit. And then how much? Poison Jab, okay. I think I'm going to try to stall out my opponent's Your Timer because that's the only way I can win. So, yeah, this is probably going to be really boring. I think maybe I'll just cut it to the last part of this game. He's got 46 seconds. Each move takes like 3 or 4 seconds, so a few turns. Actually, what I decide is it only takes 3 seconds to make a move. I'm going for the crit now because I don't have enough time to PP stall. So, Woodhammer, can you crit now? Nope. And that's going to be a good game. So, I really just want to know that why. I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I feel like it is. Because if it is a glitch, it would technically have been my win. But if it is intentional, then it is my loss and I'll accept that. But I just don't know if it is or isn't. Like, and yeah, I'll definitely not be making that mistake again. Well, watch, they're gonna patch the glitch. They're gonna patch it, and then I'm going to forget that they patched it, and then realize that in tournament. Wouldn't that be fun? But unfortunately, that's gonna be a loss for us. So we are 2-1 in today's episode. Not gonna lie, my opponent did play that well, and I totally forgot. That was just totally my bad. I don't know what I could have done better though. Maybe I guess I should have just Thunderbolted. Or maybe I should just U-turn with Flanders on the wide guard there if I expected Tectonic Rage not to pick up the knock. Yeah, because I didn't expect the wide guard thing to actually come into play there. It probably was, yeah, it would have probably been better just to go for the U-turn, go into Charizard, and then Fire Punch the Aegislash. Actually, no, that's what I should have done. I should have U-turned the Aegislash and Thunderbolt expecting wide guard. Or maybe I should have U-turned, no, I should have U-turned Thunderbolt. U-turned the Muck, Thunderbolt the Aegislash. Go out into Charizard. Hope he doesn't get the double protect or King Shield because he used wide guard the previous turn. So he has a 32% chance to get a King Shield off. Fire Punch, Thunderbolt, knock out the Aegislash, and then I have my Landerson, and I just keep weakening Muck to where Tectonic Rage picks the knockout. So that's a mistake. That's a mistake to reflect on. But thank you all for tuning in for today's episode of VGC 17. No, not VGC 17. VGC 18 Baek Battles. It's going to take me a while to get used to, but thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. If you haven't checked out my social medias down below, you can check it out, as well as the placement of the team if you want to try it out, and the other stuff that I have, including the side series on the channel. And if you want to go check out like my other stuff, such as like a Patreon, if you want to support my channel, feel free to. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you around next time. Have a good day, people, and I'll catch you around in another video.